Yeah.
Oh no! Did not expect that one. Hello everybody, welcome to the long-awaited first watching of Serenity. It's been a while since we finished watching Firefly.
Sorry, I'm just... as soon as you started talking, I was...
Well, these hats.
The hats are
I know.
Awesome.
Well, this is the first time. So this is the first time we've done one of these in person. We wanted to wait till we could get everyone together to do Serenity, rather than like we did Firefly, just doing it all online. We thought let's get everyone together.
Yeah.
We obviously wore these hats on the last episode, but we didn't get to see each other in the stupid hats.
That's
so,
true. It doesn't seem as bad. Because we don't actually see each other on the streams, do we?
I like
No.
them. I like it.
So anyway, yes, we have finished watching Firefly.
Ages ago.
We watched the little
Tam sessions.
Tam sessions.
Yeah.
And now we're going to jump in on the movie.
I'm quite excited, you know.
I'm really...
Because just it's been how long since we watched Firefly?
I'm looking forward to seeing Firefly with a bigger budget. I don't know how big the budget was
I was gonna say,
in this movie.
Fingers crossed that it'll
yeah.
up it.
My only concern is I hope they don't go full-blown Phantom Menace. And then...
Oh, green screen.
Like
just
Star
like,
Wars.
Oh.
flat background.
Do you know what I mean? Like with...
Everyone
with,
just walking into a scene with a flat
with how good the
background.
original trilogy of Star Wars was on a lower budget, and I like Firefly.
Okay, yeah.
I did, you know, we all love the Firefly series. I hope
Like
they-
the what do you call it? The
Physical nature of it.
Yeah,
Yeah. I quite liked it.
tangible.
Yeah, it's more tangible, yeah.
I quite liked it.
Yeah.
And I hope they don't have, if they've got too
I
much
don't-
money.
I don't
will
think
but-
they will, because Joss Whedon obviously isn't that kind of guy, right? Like
No.
you watched the Avengers, and the Avengers isn't just not everything's just all right. There's a fair lot of green screen in there, special effects in there, but not everything just feels like people in front of it. But then that was Disney money, so you know.
I reckon we'll see like I don't know, like a big special effects scene.
Yeah.
That you would definitely not.
Oh,
have.
definitely.
Like if it's a Firefly, like in
some big
space
like
or something like that.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
like a Millennium Falcon type style going through.
Yeah, some kind of
Yeah.
big like space battle that you wouldn't normally have been able to get.
Yeah.
So what do we think? Before we start this, any things you particularly think that we're hoping we see in this? We're saying the Reapers, right?
Yeah, I think Reavers.
Yeah.
Reavers.
Readers. I
think-
don't know. I haven't got many expectations. I'm more intrigued about how long it's been since
Between the
Firefly
series.
series and the
So
film.
what
Well,
the
how
gap
long was
is?
it? Do we know?
We don't know.
No, you mean
No,
as
oh,
in
you mean
production?
actually
Yeah, so I mean actually
okay.
in the
But in terms of production, how long
I'm not
was it?
sure. I think there's a few years.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
there's a few years. I don't think it wasn't like an insane amount of time, but I think it was enough years for the fans to really be like, we need this movie.
You'd hope that because they knew the series was dead
Yeah.
and they've been given the go ahead to make a film of it. You'd hope they would address as much as what the fans want and
That's
then
what
tie
I
it
hope.
all up.
Yeah, that's what I hope.
Well, that's the good thing, I guess, because there would have been like at least we assume a couple of years of fan outcry. They'd get to know what all the things the fans really wanted to know about.
Yeah.
And obviously, you don't want to fan service the whole thing, but hopefully, you can address the most outstanding things that they've got. So, I mean, I'd love to know a little bit more about Book. Like, I don't know if we'll get to, but obviously, like, he was a character who we got to probably see. You know, we knew there was something about him, but we never found out what that thing was. So I'd love to learn more about Book.
Obviously,
All the stuff with River.
River.
I think River is going to be the central focus of
Well,
this
she
film.
was, from what I remember, as part of the front cover.
The front
of
cover is
film.
her, isn't it?
It's
Oh,
her
very
like
good
down in
pose.
that, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I remember a trailer. There was some action involving her.
Yeah.
So maybe there's the evolution of her character or her abilities or whatever.
Yeah.
And obviously we're going to see all the I think all the characters are in it, right? The main
I think
crew.
so. I think the whole crew's back.
But I
yeah.
wonder if we're going to see any, some of the characters from the TV show making a.
Well, I was going to
return.
say I'd really like to see Thingy from the very last episode come back.
the
The bounty hunter guy, whose name
Does
is
he have a female name? It's not Mabel, isn't it? Like that. Or was is that a bit wrong?
Jubal.
Jubal, yeah, something like that.
Jubal, I think.
Wouldn't it be great if just one? Just
that was his first name, but they called him by his second name most of the time. But I think his first name was Jubal.
Wouldn't it be great if all we see of him is it's just like there's one bit and he just floating past in the background,
just a skeleton.
With his outfit on.
Most importantly for me, we need to know if these hats turn up because it will justify us wearing them.
I thought we were going to see it more in every episode. Like,
I know. I was hoping
didn't
it would come
wear
back.
it in one episode.
You were in one episode,
One episode, yeah.
But clearly the fans love it. This is completely off top. Well, it's not really. We streamed some Back 4 Blood the other night, and we saw one of the characters in the camp when you're playing that game was wearing this hat. So obviously one of the
we were
modelers
streaming that,
there,
weren't we? And we were like, that's Jayne's hat.
You were like, that's Jayne's hat.
Do we think Christina Hendricks is going to make an appearance as well?
That's a good question, actually.
I don't think so.
She was in a couple of times, wasn't she?
Yeah,
she was.
She wasn't a big deal. Still.
I think we would have done.
When did she become a big deal?
Mad Men.
So that's like late 2000s.
Yeah, I think we would have seen more of her. I think she would have popped up again, possibly if the series had continued.
Oh, I definitely think she would have.
I don't think make the.
Well, she was the only reoccurring character, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was the main recurring character that we saw in that.
No, was it?
No. Anyway,
let's get into it.
We're going to watch this?
Yes.
Right, let's go then. Okay, so time for Serenity. Let's go.
Earth that was could no longer sustain our numbers. We were so many.
So we're going to have a bit of exposition.
We
we got to, right.
System. It's true that there are dangers on the outer planets. Why would they fight so hard against us?
We must enlighten the animals.
Is that supposed to be River?
Probably. Yeah.
People don't like to be meddled with.
We're not
The
telling
girl
people
that played
what to
Young
do.
River before looked a lot more
We're
like
just
River.
trying to show
Yeah, I
them
was just
how.
about to say that. Obviously.
Oh,
She's dreaming. Off the charts. River Tam is our star pupil.
I've heard that.
She's not just a psychic. Given the right trigger, this girl is a living weapon. All our subjects are conditioned for combat, but River, she's a creature of extraordinary grace.
She always did love to dance.
oh shit.
It's Simon.
I'll just cut his head in half.
Oh, that's what it looked like.
Please.
They know you've come.
Whoa. I can do that. Now this is back, right? This is when he first broke her out.
Right,
so
okay.
I'm assuming they haven't got hold of her.
Backtrack. Stop.
Oh. Oh. That's interesting. They're looking obviously into what happened.
I need to see your clearance.
And you are right to insist.
I see no listing of rank or name.
I have neither. River was your greatest success. Until her brother walked in here and took her from you. Key members of Parliament. The minds behind every military, diplomatic, and covert operation in the galaxy. And you put them in a room with a psychic. In certain older, civilized cultures, when men failed as entirely as you have, they would throw themselves on their swords.
Well, unfortunately, I forgot to bring a sword.
Oh shit.
What the hell was that?
Young miss, I'll need all the logs on behavioral modification triggers. We'll have to reach out to River Tam and help her to come back to us.
Oh
No
god,
matter
is he
how
going?
far-
Oh.
This is a good death.
There's a lot of information to take in there
Yeah.
for the uninitiated, but I think they handled it pretty well.
There she is. I don't think we've ever had shots from the outside looking and actually see him in inside.
I don't think so.
Did you see that?
I just find it weird that people would have watched this without watching the series.
Yeah.
Was that the primary buffer panel? This is the captain. We have a little problem with our entry sequence, so we may experience some slight turbulence and then explode. Can you see the vector?
We're gonna explode? I don't want to
There he is.
explode.
Jayne, I don't plan on any shooting taking place during this job.
Yeah, well, what you plan and what takes place ain't ever exactly been similar.
No grenades.
Huh?
No grenades.
It's quite a cool shot in that it's a big one track shot that
introducing
really.
everyone.
I think someone mentioned this in the comments during Firefly actually about how you can see that it's one big set
yeah.
because they do a big track. I'm sure that someone mentioned that. Shout out to you if that was you that
That
left
does
that
sound
comment.
familiar, actually.
It's definitely shot more like a movie. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
Well, I imagine if it were fear, my eyes would be wider.
Why is he coming off like such a like
Yeah, Simon's
non-human?
You're
like,
not taking her.
They've made him
This
quite
boat is my home.
Vulcan-ish,
You all
I guess,
guess,
like a bit like Spock or whatever in
Yes.
this. Like he's quite.
Do you understand what I have gone through to keep River away from the Alliance?
I do. Put this crew together with the promise of work, which the Alliance makes harder every year. This job goes south, there well may not be another.
River.
I know.
It's funny because they're trying to introduce the characters that we already know.
Yeah.
We should hit town right during Sunday worship. Won't be any crowds.
If there's fighting, drop to the floor or run away. It's okay to leave them to die.
Alliance don't have the manpower
cool
to
shit.
enforce
Like
that on every outer rim planet. They hire out to the private firms who will not work for credit.
Yeah, you wouldn't have seen this in the program, would you?
Which once a month rests here.
Don't that lead back to the Alliance anyhow?
No private firm would ever report the theft of their own payroll. They'd appear weak.
Hands and knees and heads bowed down. Everybody down.
What the fuck was that? She's just trying to read people. Is she looking for some?
Yeah, I'm guessing so. There we go.
Oh, that guy.
You know what the definition of a hero is? Someone who gets other people killed. At last, we can retire and give up this life of crime.
We're coming down to empty that vault. You have to give me your authorization password. Okay.
What a shit guard. Was that a Reaver?
Might well be.
Yeah.
Yes, see them.
Oh look,
They're just gonna show us. They're just going to show us something.
Yeah, they're just
no
here.
big reveal.
No, I guess not. Which is interesting for the fact that they, we never got them before.
Didn't see him at all.
Reavers! Girls pitching a
I like the corpses strapped to the outside of their ships. They would definitely burn away during entering the atmosphere, but
Yes. Get everyone upstairs. You get them down here, and you seal it. As long as you got air, you don't open up. You understand? Get them inside the vault. So we take the wheel. Anybody see them?
and we haven't properly seen them yet, have we? It has been a little bit of a quick flashes.
How come they ain't blowing us out the air?
You want to run us down? You have close kill.
Boy, sure would be nice if we had some grenades, don't you think?
We're not gonna get to you in time.
Keep moving, honey. We're coming to you.
Ooh.
Oh shit, no.
Oh, that'll fuck you up. Jesus Christ.
Just imagine them acting that bit, you know.
Oh yeah.
Jump forward.
Jump back.
Fuck, almost got off the back there. Oh. Oh shit.
That's one way of getting on.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh.
Are you okay?
Is he okay?
Oh.
There we go.
Never again. Do you understand me?
Seems I remember a talk about you giving orders on my boat.
Well, we're off your boat. Just as soon as River gets her share of the bounty.
It's weird because this feels like it should be like a mid-series.
What, this
episode.
argument?
Just the relationships and stuff, compared to where they got to
by the end.
By the end.
That was close.
These Reavers, last 10 years, they show up like the bogeyman from stories.
Should not be so clean. It's a dead giveaway you don't belong. You always gotta be tidy. And don't ride in anything with a Capacin 38 engine. They fall right out of the sky.
Keely.
It isn't safe for them.
Special Brass.
Sorry.
Oh,
They said like how graceful she is, like it's almost like a dance for her.
Yeah. Safe to say that we now know she can definitely handle herself.
Yeah.
Oh, again! Smashed her in the nuts a couple of times. Poor guy.
So was that a trigger word, Simon?
That's what I was going to say.
Start with the part where Jayne gets knocked out by a 90-pound girl, because I don't think that's ever getting old.
Do we know if anyone was killed?
The people who helped me break River out had intel that River and the other subjects are being embedded with behavioral conditioning. They taught me a safe word. If I speak the words,
Say it.
It only works on her, Jayne.
I think we need to talk to Mr. Universe.
No, sir. And no law force flags either. I had to go into the security feed direct.
You can do that? Miranda.
Oh, Mal, you're very smart. Someone is talking to her.
The Odie bar? It's a subliminal message Broadwave to trigger her.
They have gone to enormous trouble to find your little friend.
We'll get through this.
Things are gonna get much, much worse.
I'm interested to know where this is going to end. Like, you know, are they going to round the story up? They maybe was there hope maybe that if this film did well, it could bring the it could have brought the show back.
Alara.
Yeah.
There he is.
Oh. Looks like it's out of time.
The folks here will be glad of the extra coin.
But the Alliance will be coming. They're after this girl with a powerful will.
Much as they want her hid. Means an operative, which is trouble you'd not know. Only one thing's gonna walk you through this mound. Belief. They'll come at you sideways. It's how they think. It's how they move. Hit you where you're weak.
It's of interest to me how much you seem to know about that world.
Wasn't born a shepherd, man.
Oh, we gotta get some.
You have to tell me about that sometime.
River?
No. Nope.
River, you look tired. I think everybody's a little tired by now. Why don't we all lie down?
Have some chocolate milk and lie down.
River, do as you're told.
No.
It's gonna be fine.
Nothing
Lie
else
down.
in
No.
How well now, Jess? Treat yourself. Oh.
Nara, so what occasions the wave?
Oh, I guess we're having something of a problem here with the locals, and I thought maybe...
You could use a gun here.
Trying to get
I'm
in there.
hoping not.
Kaylee's been missing you something fierce.
Oh, I miss her too. I even miss my shuttle occasionally.
So, trap?
Trap. If that's the case, and Nara's already caught in it, maybe we got a shot at seeing who's turning these wheels. We go in. Dear Buddha, please bring me a pony and a plastic rocket.
Mal, what are you doing? You knew my invitation wasn't on the level.
Which led me to conclude that you must be in some trouble.
You cannot handle this man.
I have to say, Captain, I'm impressed that you would come for her yourself.
What are you doing?
I'm praying for you, Mal.
She's very thoughtful. I think you're beginning to understand how dangerous River Tam is. I know how you must feel about the Alliance.
You really don't.
I already know you will not see reason.
The Alliance wanted to show me reason they shouldn't have sent an assassin.
How long do you think you can really run from us?
I never credited the Alliance with an overabundance of brains, and if you're the best they've got...
Captain Reynolds, what do you think is going to happen here?
Try.
Yeah.
The Alliance isn't some evil empire. This is not the Grand Arena.
That's not incense.
Oh.
Head east. Keep her low.
Obviously, her shuttle now.
It's not her shuttle.
Is it not her
So-
shuttle?
God, that's
Oh,
what
it's the one he
That's right. He,
confirmed.
yeah. She said my shuttle. He said it's not your shuttle.
Well, I think
Little beacon things, I think, probably to
to
distract the
distract,
signal, so they don't know where they went.
Get a read on the NavSat. It's a registered transport you must be able to locate.
Sir, we found 7.
There you go.
Oh, and neither is she exactly helpless. So where's it writ that we gotta lay down
Feels like
our
we're
lives for her?
retreading the
Which is
same
what you
ground.
steered us
Yeah,
to.
just
like-
for the sake of...
For the film, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You want to leave this room?
Damn right I do.
Go on, Zoe, kick his ass.
I got no answers for you, Nora.
To me,
I got
it
no
kind of
rudder.
feels
Wind
like
blows
more
northerly,
entertainment
I go
than
north.
new audience.
That's who I am.
They want that. You've got that
You've
money.
been a man to
Studios
lead, but
not
they have
only
the
gonna be
phone, so
interested
you
in
want to
the
tear me down?
fans,
Do it
are
inside
they?
your
I'm
own
not
mind.
trying to tear you
Why
down.
don't you fuck things up?
No, that's on a cheaper TV series.
You always have. Spin me about. Wish like hell you was elsewhere.
I was.
Was that Earth?
No, that was whatever. No, because Earth was fucked, wasn't it?
Yeah.
She's out. Jayne's down.
The other way. Find her and do not engage.
It's gonna be
Oh, you're not going to say that thing now. Oh. Sure.
Miranda, I didn't know if you were gonna make me sleep.
You could have asked.
Wait a tick, yeah. Some years back,
Whoa.
this called for workers to settle on Miranda.
But there's nothing about it on the cortex. History, astronomy, it's not in there.
Half of writing history is hiding the truth. There's something on that rock the Alliance doesn't want known.
It's not that far from here.
Whoa, no,
That's a
no.
bad notion.
Honey,
I got
show
it,
them the
baby.
bag.
Is it like Reaver territory?
This is us at Haven, and here's Miranda. All along here, that empty space in between. That's Reaver territory.
They just float out there, sending
Even
out
to the
raiding
word.
parties.
Nobody ventures there, not even the Alliance. You go through that, you're signing up to be a banquet.
I'm on board with our standard run and hide scenario, and we are just about... Wait.
Oh shit. Oh. This is
that's
Book's
right.
place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Get the dock! Shepard?
Spill the beans. Tell us about your past. Don't care about
Yeah, quick.
important information.
Yeah.
Oh, he's done, isn't he?
It seems. Oh yeah.
I shot him down.
Yeah. You did what's right.
Coming from you, that means almost nothing. Kid ought to be around, boy. Not one of your crew.
Yes, you are.
River.
Come on!
I don't care what you believe. Just believe. Whatever you...
I wonder.
They know we was coming. How come they only sent one?
I wonder if he was
They didn't know we were coming
like
here.
busy schedule-wise. That's
Get on
why
the
he's like,
cortex.
you know,
Wave
wasn't on
Lee
the
Chen,
ship.
the
so they
Sanchez
kept
brothers,
doing
anyone
minimal
who's ever
scenes.
sheltered us after a heist, tell them to get out.
Well, they just thought they just didn't
Get
know what
out
to do with
now!
Well,
I don't murder children.
I do.
ooh.
I'm not that sold on him as a villain. He's very flat. Like, he clearly knows he's shit in a fight, but when you get a villain whose only real thing is getting the job done, it doesn't give you much to a character for them. He's no Jubal Hurley.
We're gonna need red paint.
Sir, do you really mean to turn our home into an abomination so that we can make a suicidal attempt at passing through Reaver space?
I mean to live.
But the body's on the other side as well.
Jesus. God, imagine having to strap corpses to Serenity. Do you think Book was one of the ones they put on the outside of the ship?
Fucking hell. Fucking hell.
Every reading I'm getting says normal. Oceans, land masses, no tectonic instability or radiation.
It might be a beacon, but it's awful weak.
Find it.
Anything's wrong, the scanner's not reading it.
This ain't no little settlement.
We flew over at least a dozen cities just as big.
Yeah.
Why didn't we ever hear about this?
Beacon's up ahead.
So there's a planet that they were going to try to make to use as another, like, almost like like the central planets.
No entry wounds. Fractures.
Kaylee, don't.
Ah! What are they doing? What's everybody doing?
They didn't fall. None of them. They just lay down.
They're everywhere. Every city, every house, every room, they're all inside me. I can hear them all. They're saying nothing.
Let's get to the beacon.
It's weird how there's just nothing left. And how long has it been like that with the Reavers outside? Because they're pretty much not far from... No one's going to be able to get to it, are they?
These are just a few of the images we've recorded. And you can see
Yeah.
it isn't what we thought. There's been no war here.
It's never been now,
And no
hasn't she?
terraforming event. The environment is stable. It's the PAX. The G23 Paxilon hydrochloride that we added to the air processors. It was supposed to calm the population, weed out aggression. Well, it works. The people here stopped fighting.
Don't do anything.
And then they stopped everything else. They stopped breeding, talking, eating. There's 30 million people here and they all just let themselves die.
Just gonna have a little. It's gonna lay here.
About 0.1% of the population had the opposite reaction to the pact.
That's where the Reavers
Their
came
aggressor
from.
response increased beyond madness. They have become.
There we go then. That's where they actually came from.
Killed most of us.
Who thought it was going to be a Reaver origin story?
Yeah.
They made them.
So we wondered, didn't we? We're like, I wonder if they'll be in the
I
movie.
won't live to report this.
Well, I didn't expect an origin story from
No,
this.
no.
Quite like that.
This is what they feared she knew. And they were right to fear. Because there's a whole universe of folk who are going to know it too. They're going to see it. Somebody has to speak for these people.
So that's quite interesting, actually. There's only 12 years ago, so that means Reavers haven't been like
Y'all got on this boat for different
a
reasons.
thing for that long.
But y'all
really,
come to the
within,
same place.
You know.
As sure as I know anything, I know this. They will try again. They'll swing back to the belief that they can make people better. Do we have a plan? Mr. Universe. We have the equipment to Broadway this code, but he can put it on every screen for 30 worlds.
We won't be long.
You'll let us know if anyone else comes at you.
You'll be the first.
Oh, they're all there.
Calling every ship in the quadrant. We'll meet them in the air.
Wash, we almost through?
Looking forward to this.
Here we go. This is that big
space battle.
This is the space battle we promised. This is the space battle we said would happen.
We should have done this as men. Not with fire.
Here they come.
Bastard's not even changing course.
Fucking hell, so I spat everywhere there.
That one's massive. Look at that. They're all
Target
fleet.
the Reavers. Target the Reavers. Target everyone. Somebody
Now he's
fire!
panicking. Now he's panicking.
It's the first time we've seen him a bit discombobulated, isn't it?
I'm a leaf on the wind. Watch how I soar.
We're almost through.
He's definitely lost his cool at this point.
So he's getting out of the pod or something, isn't he?
Is that a torpedo tube?
Okay.
Everybody strap yourselves into something. Jayne,
got it!
You do remind me a bit of him, you know.
Thanks. Oh, that's not the landing you. That is not the landing you want.
Yeah, they'd be brown red, wouldn't
I'm a leaf on the wind. Watch how
Oh fuck!
What the hell?
Oh
Baby.
shit!
Baby, no. Baby, come on. You gotta go. Come on.
Where'd that
you gotta
come
move. Baby, please.
Well, that's washed.
You gotta move, baby.
Fucking
Come
done.
on.
No, it's done. Right.
Yeah, oh, that was kind of like their harpoon things. Jesus.
Move out! Now!
Wow, that's wash done.
Holy moly. Fuck, that come out of nowhere. That's completely changed stuff I was going to say at the end of the film.
This is the place. We'll buy you the time.
Zoe's just
I
gonna...
think I think she's.
All right, let's move these
yeah,
crates back there for
okay.
cover. Zoe? Are you here?
To the job, sir.
Please tell me the robot knows everything.
Oh yeah.
Mel.
Oh look.
Guy killed me, Mel.
Oh, he put his.
He killed me with a sword. They destroyed my equipment. But I have a backup unit. Bottom of the complex, right over the generator.
I don't really want him to know it.
My one regret in all of this is never being with you.
Here we go.
With me? You mean to say as sex?
I mean to say.
So I'll be pissed off if you said it now, right? Just before you're about to die.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Who
Give it enough
this?
chances in the past.
I'm gonna
I'm
live.
gonna live.
Maybe
She's
that
got
was
the
his point,
motivation.
right?
Yeah.
Zoe, get your ass back on the line!
Oh.
Just give me a bandage.
Stick a bandage on it. Oh. Oh. Oh shit.
They're gonna get in.
I can close it from the outside.
No
Uh
one's coming back from that.
My back.
Oh, fuck. So much has been shot
Oh.
now.
What?
My bag. I need
oh. Oh. Is this where she's gonna?
adrenaline and a shot of
Is River about to go badass?
Calivar for Kaylee.
You take care of me, Simon. My turn.
You think Mal got the word out?
He got through. I know he got through.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I did that weird.
Oh.
You should know there's no shame in this.
Oh no.
You've already lost.
Oh, he absolutely mugged you off.
Piece of shrapnel tore up that nerve cluster my first tour.
Oh, they don't.
Had it moved.
Oh dear.
I ain't gonna kill you. I'm gonna show you a world without sin.
These are just a few of the images we've recorded, and you can see it. It isn't what we thought. It's the packs. The G23 Paxilon hydrochloride that we added to the air processors.
Not having that. No. Yeah, there's the axe as well.
Sir. It's done. River?
There she is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a badass shot right there. Fucking come on!
Targets are clear. Do we have a kill order?
Stand down. It's finished.
Aww.
I'm sure about this.
Yeah, no.
I thought Wash wouldn't be the one to make it out.
I know. Getting the ship back to normal.
Yeah.
Oh no! Did not expect that one.
Your broadwave about Miranda has weakened their regime, but they are not gone, and they are not forgiving.
That don't bode especially well for you.
I told them the Tams were no longer a threat. Damage done.
Think she'll hold together?
She's tore up plenty, but she'll fly true.
Don't cry.
Don't cry, mate. It's okay.
Make sure everything's secure.
It's the end.
Taking her out. Should be about a day's ride to get you back to your girls.
Right.
Oh yeah, I forgot we haven't
Ready
given
to
them
go?
their
Come on,
moment
you
yet.
two.
Come on, just wrap it up.
I don't know.
Good answer.
I just think they're just destined not to be together. I think that's it, isn't it? They're two different worlds.
So, you gonna ride shotgun with me? Help me fly?
That's the plan.
Oh, like that.
You know what the first rule of flying is? Well, I suppose you do, since you already know what I'm about to say.
I do, but I like to hear you say it.
Love. You can learn all the math in the verse. If you take a boat in the air that you don't love, she'll shake you off just as sure as a turn in the world.
Wondering maneuvers like that. And everyone's seated.
But the ship came off. Oh, there we go.
Where? Oh no, I thought it was the.
Oh, you thought it was going to be the tune?
No.
So that was Serenity. We'll take a moment and then let's have a chat about it. I guess before we dig into the details, what did you guys think of the movie? I think, what did you think of the movie as a movie, and what did you think of the movie as the continuation of Firefly?
As a movie, I really enjoyed it. It ticked every box for me, for what I wanted.
Right.
I didn't see it as really a continuation from
Firefly,
but it gave it an ending.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit somewhere in between.
Yeah.
In the terms of like, it didn't know if it wanted to be a complete continuation of the series, but also it didn't want to be a standalone film. That's how I saw it anyway.
It had to walk a hard line, didn't it?
Yeah.
Because it couldn't. No studio was going to sign off on a film that was only for the people that had watched the show. So it had to try and be both.
It's a shame because I'd rather them just picked a lane.
Yeah.
Personally.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, you got some good stuff from it in the sense of like as an ending to a series or whatever. But for me, like, I didn't think it quite up until the last third. I think I wasn't quite.
Wasn't
quite
quite
like
doing
we
it
just
for
were
you.
treading the same ground. We sort of like there's nothing.
I liked,
new.
Yeah, I liked the humour. I thought the humour was
Yeah.
still the Firefly humour.
Yeah, still Firefly
Like it was
humour.
still little funny moments from Jayne, still little funny things with you know with character, what you expect.
Just character, yeah,
It was tonally, it was like Firefly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it did For me, I think it did probably It wouldn't be near the top. If I was ranking this in with Firefly episodes, it wouldn't be at the top of the list.
But this is my point. Like the last third of it, I guess I'm talking like the space battle and stuff like that. Like you wouldn't have got that in the episode.
No.
I thought that was pretty cool.
No, the space battle was cool.
But and then also some of the stuff that they had the balls to do. I say the balls to do. I mean, I suppose they knew that it wasn't going to be a new series or anything.
Killing
like
off,
that. But killing off characters and that came as a surprise.
I mean, that is also something though that like if you go by Joss Whedon's shows, he was never afraid to kill off characters. People died in Buffy, people died in Angel, people died in like all the things that he has made, and often fan favourites. But I mean, I didn't expect Wash to go like that.
No, the only I feel sorry for Wash is if you hadn't watched the series, you wouldn't have grown to love that character.
This is my biggest thing about this, actually.
If you'd just gone to watch the film, Wash's part in the film was very minimal, and I don't think you'd have felt. I don't think anyone would have been emotionally.
That's why, as a film, it doesn't,
into
for
Wash.
Me, it doesn't work.
And then when he was killed, I think a lot of people watching it would have probably just been like, "Oh, okay, he's dead."
That guy's dead. Yeah.
Whereas for us, who I really love Wash's character, it's like, "Oh fuck,"
I wasn't. I don't know. I think it's because it was a movie and he didn't get much time in it, so they glazed over them so quickly.
Yeah.
When Wash went, I was shocked that he died, but I didn't really have much like, oh no, like I don't know. I think it's because there was no time to. For me, I was kind of like, oh, Wash is dead.
I think because it was really sudden. I think that's what made me go, oh, blimey. Because up to that point, I was like, right, they killed Buck, and it's like, okay, like he was a bit distant from it all anyway.
Yeah.
Like none of the To be fair, the death doesn't for like a single viewing or as something on its own.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have that impact. They don't have that weight because you didn't have enough time to get to know the characters within the film.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think they were wasted. Some of them, to be honest, like as characters, Buck, Wash, Inara.
It's hard to do it in a 2-hour film, I suppose.
And Zoe, no, exactly.
Yeah.
But that's why it's a weird one because you can imagine for hardcore Firefly fans that live and breathe the series, watch it multiple times, whatever.
Yeah.
Like those deaths are going to be more impactful. But then again, did the characters react in a way as well? When Buck died, I didn't see much of a negative reaction. There's a little bit with the Mal moment when he actually died. Same with Wash. I mean, Zoe went into Zoe mode, which you can understand why, because she's a soldier. Whatever.
It didn't have time though, did it?
No,
I think that was the problem. Like Wash died, and he died at a point where they were under attack straight away, and I suppose you just didn't have that time. Your focus was pretty much drawn.
Well, it's not much longer than 2 episodes.
No,
if you think, not really, maybe getting more towards 3.
But the pace of it, there was not any moment where I thought this is dragging at all for a 2-hour film.
No, there was a lot going on, but I feel like maybe they could have done less. Like I feel like I could have had a bit less
more slow pace for how the
have
series
a bit
was.
more happen. I said it whilst we were watching it. I wasn't overly sold on Villain Man. It was interesting at the end, actually, that I was waiting for him and Mal fighting in that room, and it to end in a big explosion that blew that guy up. And that isn't obviously where it went. At the end, they kind of put the differences aside.
Yeah.
I would like to know. I am interested to know how Firefly fans feel about it.
Yeah,
because I really don't know. Like, I don't know if they think it's.
We are technically Firefly fans, aren't we?
I'm talking about
the level of some.
I'm talking about the super fans.
Super fans, yeah.
I'm talking about the people who loved the show when it came out.
Yeah.
And then petitioned for it to get a reprise, and then watched the movie. I'm sure it's not a blanket thing. I think the problem that it had was and I would say that looking at it did finish up a lot of the storylines, a lot of the questions you might have, but I don't know that it concluded them in satisfying ways for me. Like, I don't know, the conclusion to what River's story was in this didn't really do it for me, I don't think. The whole reason they were hunting her was because she had the knowledge of this planet where they'd done a experiment and where the Reavers had come from. I don't know that.
I think if on paper that's probably got a sound sort of we can tie all this stuff in, blah blah, and it's it gives an explanation for where the Reavers come from. Also ties River into it, but all this sort of stuff. I don't know. I guess it all comes down to the fact that you're always going to struggle making something that you're trying to please 2 camps.
Yeah.
On the whole, I enjoyed the film.
As a whole, it could never have the big answers, the big shock reveals of things that a TV show can do, because it can.
I'm glad we saw the Reavers, and we saw quite a lot of the Reavers. And I'm quite glad we saw or understood more of the origin of where.
I like
how
that we
it
got
started.
the origin of the Reavers. I thought I found
That's
it
quite cool.
I found it a bit weird that the Reavers had obviously only been a thing for like 12 years. That was weird to me because the Reavers almost felt like they're like they're like not a fairy tale, but they're like a bedtime story that a parent tells their kids be good or the Reavers will come. That.
Well, they kind of showed you at the beginning, didn't they? When River was in school, they mentioned.
Actually, that's a good point. Yeah. So.
Well, that shows she's young still, isn't she?
Yeah.
So
She is
12
young.
years. She was what? She'd have been about 7 or 8 there. So
Yeah. But. Yeah. I mean, maybe I misunderstood that, but I'm sure that they said that message from the records was 12 years old, which would tell you that the Reavers maybe had only originated a little bit
I suppose you don't know how. Yeah, I suppose you don't know how long, because that was a rescue ship that had gone in.
Yeah, true.
So you don't know how long that stuff.
That's a good point. Yeah, because actually there were skeletons there, right, and stuff that had obviously been there.
But nobody would have known about them.
No.
So it's only 12 years that they've effectively known about them.
I really like that moment where Serenity was flying through the mist near the end, and then all of a sudden all the Reaver ships came through, and some of the mad stuff the Reaver ships were doing, like with the grapples that were spinning stuff, was cool. And
it's like, where do you think you're going? In space.
Those were cool.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, I don't want it to feel like I'm like shitting on it.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm doing that as well.
Yeah, but I'm not. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It's just I think that I feel like I wanted more.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine that really long-standing Firefly fans would.
I think we were always going to have that anyway. I don't think the film was a 2-hour film was ever going to cure our need for wanting more.
I guess that's why I say like part of it, especially the first, I don't know how long, was retreading old ground. So it's just like you can't.
You're losing time here,
and kind of regressive to some degree because you've sort of built this understanding of the characters,
the family that
you've
they
grown
built,
to, and all that sort of stuff. That we've grown to know during the series, and then he's sort of taken a step back and going, right, we just need to explain that again, but not in as much but just like quickly. So it sort of takes it away from that. It had good the good stuff from Firefly, like the dynamics between people, the humour, all that sort of stuff.
The improvement in the visuals was really good throughout. There was this thing
but not massively jarring.
No, but also it was like there was always this worry, I guess, when you take something that's a TV show and you make it into a movie. Does it feel like a long episode of a TV show without feeling like a movie? In the way that it's shot and the way that it's lit and stuff like that. And this definitely felt like a movie. Like it was shot and it felt like a film. It didn't just feel like 2 episodes.
It was just scaled up a bit. Wasn't it? So.
They were more ambitious with like camera techniques and the stuff, like the tracking shot right at the beginning that went through the ship, where it was it was one big long take where they introduced everyone, and I think they did a really good job getting out that narrative beats that they had to get out there. People that don't know it, I think they laid that out well. I think as Mal walked through the ship talking to people, it was a good way of introducing characters, and you getting a bit of a feel for who they are and their relationships, and like it did a really good job in that regard. But I think the problem is that stuff was great for the uninitiated, but for those of us that we're going, come on, we got 2 hours, we know this stuff, let's get into the story. I liked the little heist bit. I thought that was cool when they were on that cool little like industrial vehicle. A lot happened.
It was good. I enjoyed it. It was I'm interested, people watching this that are the hardcore fans, what they felt of Serenity. I think they all enjoyed. A lot of people have been saying, keep.
I think people
need to watch it. I think Did they see it as closure or?
There's definitely closure there, and it's done a noble effort. But you could always get this right. The TV show could have gone on for another 5 seasons, and it could still end in a way where you go, oh, I don't really like that ending. It could happen either way.
Do you think Wash was the right person to have been killed at that point? Like, do you think there could have been someone else that, if Kaylee had died or something, would there have been made
it would have been
bigger
more
impact?
I think for me personally,
or Mal.
Yes, I think it'd been ballsy to kill Mal, right?
You
could have. I think for me personally, Kaylee dying would have been more impactful, and I think it would be more impactful for anyone probably who was just in the cinema. Because, like we said, they didn't really give Wash much to do in this.
No. But the reason, I can only imagine the reason they picked Wash was because he's part of the couple on the ship. I don't know, are you hoping to get the reaction from the other half of that couple?
But then it wasn't much of a reaction.
Zoe's, I mean, she had some reaction, right?
Yeah, there's a little bit there, wasn't it?
But it was how you'd imagine her to, you'd imagine how her to be. But
Like, you know, if Kaylee had died, you could have given Simon a very emotional moment at that point for this person that he actually had real feelings for, but had never really, or vice versa.
But I wonder if that felt weird to people who've never seen the series.
What, their relationship?
Their relationship, yeah. 'Cause it's like, oh, did they like each other? I didn't. Well,
Yeah,
there was a few
a
things.
few little making eyes to each other, and
there was the discussion between her and Mal about not vocalising love for another person.
Yeah,
They should have had Mal die and then Jayne.
They're never
take
going to
over.
kill off Mal. Well.
Jayne take over.
Yeah,
Jayne's still consistently my I love Jayne.
Yeah,
Like,
she's
Jayne's
awesome.
consistently, and I guess that's like we've reached the end, right? This is the end of our
not
fire.
necessarily. There is that talk of a reboot. But
But the stuff you were reading earlier on made me not want to watch it.
Yeah.
When you were like, Disney are going to reboot it, and
But
they're
then is
planning
that
to
a
make it a family-friendly show.
Is that the website I was reading that are just
I don't know.
speculating? I don't know.
But that made me go.
But we were talking about this briefly before. The thing is with Firefly, it's so of its time that it'd just be pointless rebooting it.
It won't be the same show.
What's so important to people and what people enjoy about it? It wouldn't work with today's media. You know, whatever. However it be rebooted, it would be rebooted similar to other things that we see in the media. And it's just like, well, the whole reason Firefly worked was because it was of its time.
Yeah.
And the people who like it are from that.
Yeah.
Lived through that time. Are from that time. You know.
Yeah. And to be honest, I think that whichever way you slice it, we do have to say that part of the love for Firefly has to come down to how much of a raw deal it got. In some ways, it's better to burn out than fade away. Who knows how it could have gone in a... And I'm not saying it would, but who knows how it could have gone in a second series, a third season. It got an insane story, right? All being played out of order. The network giving up on it. Them not playing the pilot. It getting cancelled before it even got... Like, it's got the worst story for how a show with great potential can be treated by a network. Yeah. And that's only going to get the fans, like, more... like, ready for it. If a new show comes out, it might be fine. But I feel like it probably won't be much more than fine.
I'm glad we were here all together to watch Serenity.
I think so. I think it was the right call.
All the Firefly doing it remotely from our own own little rooms.
It's weird. It's been quite a long journey for us, even though it's only been it's so few episodes.
14 episodes.
But I have enjoyed doing it. It's been really good. Thanks to everybody who's watched. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say right now, because I'm sure there's like a Firefly RPG, and I know like a book like for D&D and type thing, and there's loads of other stuff. I'm sure people out there, I'm sure the rest of Book's story has been told. You know what? Put it in the comments. I'm not probably going to go and find it, so feel free. In fact, in these comments, anything narratively,
anything.
Chuck them in.
We've seen everything now.
Yeah, chuck them in. Anything you know that's cool and interesting from extra resources, share them in the comments. Let us know if there's any particularly worthwhile extra resources to look at. But yeah, spoil away down there now. Like, go nuts.
Especially the fan fiction where Jayne and Book have a little
get together
in the gym.
While both wearing jeans.
We're going to do some. I'm sure we're going to have like some film discussions and stuff in the future, so it might be cool to pick some of them up at some point.
Yeah. No, actually, the one thing that we should say as well is that there wasn't really much, because we speculated about this at the beginning. Really, it didn't tread old ground at all. With I was talking about characters coming back or anything like that. There was none of that, but it was so rapid. Yeah. It's probably a good thing that it didn't do that, because then they'd have had to bring them in, explain those people, the relationship, and we'd have lost another 10 minutes to that. As much as I would have liked to have seen some of those characters again, with the structure of this film, how it was done, I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah.
Anything else we want to say about this one?
No. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Remember, you can check out, we are doing other reaction shows right now, so please go and check those out. What have we done? We've done The Wheel of Time.
Doing
Angel.
Doing Lost.
We're doing Lost.
And we've got 2 more that we're still trying to figure out what we're going to do.
We'll figure out what they're going to be. Maybe they're going to...
Let us know.
Yeah.
I was going to say, give us some recs.
Yeah, anything you'd like to see us do, drop them in the comments below. Thank you all for staying with us over this journey. We know it's taken a little bit longer than we would like it to have, but thank you so much. Please go and check out the other videos if you have enjoyed this. Drop a comment, like we said. Let us know your favourite spoilers. I really want to know about books, so someone please tell us about that. Give us a like. If you have enjoyed this, you can head over to allmaverick.com, where you can check out our other videos, our blogs, our podcasts. You can also check in the description below for a link to our Discord server. And if you go to twitch.tv/allmavericklive, you can come and watch us play some of our favourite games. We always stream on a Tuesday and Thursday night, but we're now starting to bridge out and add more streams in throughout the rest of the week. I think that's everything, right?
And that's it.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you for watching this, and we will see you, hopefully, on another show.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Bye.
Bye.